Hey guys, Gino V here. The topic of today's conversation is the train station metaphor. All right, so buckle up. This is one of my favorites. Grab a beer, sit on your couch, and listen to this. So, I hear all the time from people, well, their success was just luck, or Gino, your success was just luck, or, some people are just more fortunate than others when it comes to career or family or opportunities, whatever it might be. They're just more fortunate. And that can be true, certainly. But I don't remember if it was my father that first gave me this metaphor, but it's absolutely been one of my favorite ones. And I just shared it with my little brother the other day. So here it is. You are a businessman, right? And you show up every day at 8 a.m. at the train station platform. You are dressed, you have your briefcase, you've got all your work materials, you are ready to go, right? You're ready to get on that train. You got your ticket for the day. Great. Only problem is the train doesn't show up that day. Oh, it's no problem. So you come in the next day, 8 a.m., you got your suit on, you got your briefcase, you have your ticket for that day, right? Train doesn't come. Well, what happens with most people is day after day of doing that and the train doesn't come. And eventually, most people think, well, the train hasn't showed up these last 3 months, right? And I have showed up on time. I have dressed. I've put in the work. I even had my ticket for every single day, right? I've spent all this money and time preparing for this. The train's never going to come. And they stop showing up to the train station. They decide it's not worth it anymore. The train's not going to come. Only it does at some point. Nobody knows when that is. Could have been after 4 months, could have been after a week, could be the next day, right? But you're never going to move forward in life unless you show up prepared. So here's the moral, right? Nobody knows when the train of opportunity is going to show up at your door. It could be the love of your life, right? And you finally meet her and you know something's different with her. It could be a job promotion or a change in careers that finally there's somebody looking for exactly what you always wanted. It could be, I'm a big sailor, right? The best deal on the planet for the sailboat of my dreams that I always wanted. And it's right there down the street. It could be any number of things, but it doesn't matter if you're not there prepared to catch that train. Okay. The train of opportunity comes a certain number of times in everybody's life. That is true and always true until you're dead, right? You'll always have chances at opportunities in different fields. The thing is, most people quit. Most people quit. And if you're not prepared, if you forgot your briefcase, if you don't have your ticket, if you're not dressed right, or you're not even at the train station, then you can't hop on that train and seize the opportunity and succeed and go to the next town or the next station or the next stage of life, right? Instead, you stay in that town and you say it's a scam. Or you say, oh, those people that got on that train, well, they were just lucky. Well, they were lucky it came, yes. But, and this is a big but, guys, they were ready to seize that opportunity. They were prepared. You see, your job is not to guess when the train shows up. Your job is to show up every day with your suit and your briefcase and your ticket for the day. You put in your work. You are ready. And when that opportunity comes, all you have to do, it's very simple. You step across the platform and onto the train. That's it. Every time in my life that I've had an amazing opportunity jump, that's what it's felt like. It's felt like I have been putting in the work and getting ready and doing all these things, showing up to the train station every day at 8 a.m. And 99% of the time, no train comes. But that's okay, because the day it does, I am ready for it. When General Dynamics posted that job opportunity for a staff engineer, even though I was only an entry-level engineer at General Atomics, I had gotten all my certifications, to over prepare me for the next jump. So when that posting came, all I did was apply and I just walked right across that platform. And I remember talking to one of the VPs after I got the job, and he said, with your education and certifications, there was no way we couldn't interview you, even though you were technically too young for the job. You were overqualified. We had to interview you, right? If you're at the train station with all of your stuff and the train of opportunity comes, there's no way they can't let you on. You have everything you need. You just step across onto it. That's how it feels like. When I was going to buy my little sailboat, I was hunting for sailboats for so long and researching them for so long. I got a really good grasp on pricing and model years and things to look out for and things to be careful for. And I had my nest egg of money saved up to be able to buy that sailboat. When the guy posted it online and the train showed up, I was like, this is the one. I went to go look at it same day. I negotiated where to be able to keep it on a mooring ball within that week. And when everything lined up, I knew it was a great deal. Cash out, pay the guy. I have a boat now. A little Catalina 25 from 1981. Nothing really impressive, but guys, the jump from no boat to boat is huge. The point being, nobody handed me that boat. Nobody gave it to me for free. I wasn't born with a concept of understanding what to look for, pitfalls to avoid, and what something was worth. I didn't magically get gifted the money to buy the boat, right? It didn't fall into my lap. And yet when I put in all the work and the opportunity showed up, it just felt like walking across that little platform. It felt that easy. Every large breakthrough I've ever had, guys, has felt like that, which is why before I had any of these breakthroughs, that metaphor spoke to me. But now, having experienced enough career and relationship growth, this isn't a lie. This is how it works. So when you see somebody and you say, man, they just got lucky. Yes, they got lucky that the train showed up, but they were there at the station wearing their suit with their briefcase and the ticket for that day. They put in all the work, right? If you don't even show up to the train station, you can't even try to get on the train. Does that make sense, guys? If you're not prepared and you're not putting in the work, it's no wonder you haven't had any opportunities to seize on. You're not putting yourself in the spot where they come. There's another quote, I forget who said it. The harder I work, the luckier I get. And that's exactly the right point. But it doesn't happen in really easy stair steps where every day you put in the work and your life advances that much in that field. No, it's giant breakthroughs every time. Plateau, plateau, plateau. It looks like you're not doing anything, but you're putting in the work consistently. You're showing up to the train station on time, but you're not going anywhere for months, sometimes years, except for the one day that you do. And that means all the difference, because that one train in one day can take you farther than you could have walked in years, right? We're talking high speed trains. Sometimes a bullet train shows up. You know those things? I rode a couple in Japan. Sometimes a bullet train shows up. You better have been at that platform to get on that train. And sometimes it's just a little trolley and it just takes you a couple blocks, but it's better than if you had walked them, right? Not everything's a home run. Sometimes they're little base runs, but the ones that matter the most are those home runs. They are those bullet trains, and there's no way to catch them if you don't show up prepared. If I could offer one piece of advice that has come up very often with my friends and my family, and anybody that asks me for advice, it would be that. Please show up to the train station every day with your suit, with your briefcase, with your ticket for that day, on time. And leaping across to that level of success you've always dreamed of will feel as easy as walking across a platform and onto a train. It really will. At least it did for me. And to a lot of the people that I've talked about, that's what it felt like. They call them breakthroughs, right? Moments where you finally gain and realize all the growth from that time period where it just felt like you're at a plateau. Well, that's how life is. So if you guys appreciate the metaphor, if this at all speaks to you, my name's Gina V. I'm glad you guys stopped by. I've got a finance channel that I like talking about investments and money and that type of stuff. It's a little more animated. This channel, though, Gino V Life, the other one's Gino V Finance. This one is far more focused on calm stories and advice that I would have loved to have given to me when I was younger, or that people come to me and ask about. Usually these topics come from things that people have asked me about that I've come to share with you guys. And this whole channel came about just because my older brother said that he appreciates my advice so much, and that so many people, my friends included, come to me to ask me about stuff, that I should put it online and it'd be good for everybody. So if this is at all useful to you guys, I appreciate the likes. I appreciate any comments, subscriptions, whatever. I just appreciate the time you've given me and listening to me rant. Hopefully it was slightly useful. This is Gino. I'll be posting videos consistently. Good luck out there, guys. Gino out.